Alrighty, so this is the official review of the game. What's fresh in my mind. Um, Overall, it was a fun game. It was enough to get me to play it all the way through, even if it was about 40 hours long. It was like 18 sessions, about 2 hours apiece, so about 40 hours long. I didn't do every quest, but um, overall, the game was pretty fun. Um, like the quests were interesting and varied and unique, and they had a lot of personality. Um, the graphics were, they're not that great. They're 360, but they get the point across. So it's not that important. The actual mechanics, so upgrading things is kind of moot. Like you earn levels, but you just upgrade your stats. You don't really gain new abilities. The only abilities you have during the game are two abilities for this particular class, the Gunzerker. So when you're close to dying, you you can get out of dying by hitting the save button and it regenerates your health. Um, that's one ability. And the other ability is if you get down, you kill somebody, then you get back up again. Other than that, all the other there's no other really real abilities to unlock during the course of a playthrough. Um, so you just get stat upgrades pretty much, which is it's kind of not as good as games as like Bioshock, but yeah, it's fine. It will play through. So there's a lot of shooting, RPG elements, upgrading weapons and such, which is nice. The NPCs had a lot of personality. The quests are good. Um, this is a really big open area game. There's a lot of areas, and so overall, it's good. So as far as I think that's covers as far as the pros. Um, as far as the cons go, there was little design choices. There's a lot of there's a lot of little things that kind of held this game back. For instance, like just the act of picking up ammunition. Like it would give you ammunition, and you kind of have to dig through. Like, oh, here's a grenade. You get to kind of move and kind of pick it up. It's kind of tedious. I would have liked to see like a Doom style where you just move towards the item and it picks up automatically if you need it. Um, uh, just a lot of little things where, like, it gives you a quest in an area you've already cleared, but since it reloads and you have to re-clear to that point, it's a lot of rework. It's like work you've already done already in order to get a quest done. The Some of the quests I didn't do like the timed quests because there are little points that's undiscovered, and you try to get to those points in time. You don't know how to get there efficiently, and there's enemies that hold you back. You just can't do it. And also, there's a few quests where it's like it doesn't point you specifically to where you need to go to pick up the objective. I mean, if it's in the like small general area, you can search. But some of these quests, it's like, oh, the item is it's somewhere in this massive area. Why don't you spend a couple hours looking for it? So it just don't have the time or the patience in order to do something like that. So there's just little design tweaks that could have made this game a lot better. Um, and Yeah, it was a fairly long game. I found myself by the end of it getting very fatigued. I felt like it could have been shortened down a bit. Getting very fatigued because they recycle like three types of enemies. There's the robots, there's the psychos, the bandits, and then there's like beasts, like racks and those little things. So those main three groups, they reuse over and over again. They just reskin them, but it's basically fighting the same. So I could have done with a little less of that. It just gets a little unless they added like more like another group, you know, to freshen things up. But uh, overall, the game had enough moments, interesting moments, to keep driving me through to the end, especially the main protagonist, Jack. Uh, you really wanted to see. I really wanted to get to the end so I could defeat him. The bosses were really good, unique, fun. Um, so that's the pros and the cons. Um, would I play it again? Is it good enough to play again? Certainly not. Um, if it was good enough to play again, I'd probably be still playing it, and I'd be doing every single quest. So, as far as a final rating goes, um, I'm thinking about the B range, maybe like a B minus um, or a B. It's not as bad as a C. If it was a C plus C, I don't think I'd be able to. I don't think I'd be able to do it. So it's definitely had some good moments, had some entertainment, enough to get me through. B minus is a little critical. I think a B, a solid B, not a B plus, a solid B would be fair to give this game. So definitely not in the A range, but solid B. Other than that, I think that about wraps it up. And that's another game. I think either next we're going to be playing Dishonored 2, God of War 3. There's a bunch of games, so let's see what game I'm going to play next. So thanks for joining us through this entire playthrough of Borderlands 2. We'll see you for the next game.